Now, you might have heard about the recent incident, the gruesome incident which has taken all over the internet. Why is boundaries so important? Boundaries were so very important in relationship. For those of you who don't know what boundary is basically what uniquely defines you. Usually when we talk about boundaries, people usually assume boundary as no. Yes, it includes no, but it's basically what uniquely defines an individual. Now, the thing is, people like narcissists and psychopaths are present everywhere. A tree will act like a tree, a lion will act like a lion, and narcissists or psychopaths, they act like they do. The question is, why are people attracted to people like, narcissists and psychopaths? What I've observed basically is people who have low self-esteem, people who do not have strong boundaries, and people who have a strong need to be needed. These are the type of people who are attracted to narcissists or psychopaths in the first place. Because these people, which are narcissists and psychopaths, these people are expert in, you know, doing what they are doing that most of the people don't even recognize them for who they really are. But most of the people who are attracted to these narcissists and psychopaths are people who are codependents. And these people usually, either are rescuer, which is, or they have this need to be needed by the other person. You all might have heard about the gruesome incident which has taken place, No, the thing is, narcissists, people like narcissists and psychopaths, they exist, based on my experience. I'm going to tell you my story, my encounter, and what I feel, what kind of people are attracted to narcissists or psychopaths in the first place. So, this guy happened to find me, that is obviously not coincidence. I don't know how do they do that. So this person happens to meet me in a usual park where I go for a walk, and then we start, getting to know each other or meet each other. On the first day itself, my body is actually repelling this particular vibe or person, and I take a note of the immediate note of it. My mind was taking me out of it because it was like, oh, wait, I'm judging the person too soon, just based on the way my body is reacting to it. So I thought, okay, let's go ahead and let's, let me know this person more. 3 weeks down the line, this person actually started with, kind of mental abuse, because mental abuse always precedes any kind of emotional abuse. So you make a note of it. So I was making a note of it. All right, this person's, like gaslighting would be something like mental abuse. And then that mental abuse was usually, I'm not responding or reacting to this person. I'm just taking note of it. Then this person moves to emotional abuse like belittling, right? Still, I'm not responding and reacting because this is not really a violation of boundary. And then finally one day, it was really strange, out of the blue something triggered this person, and this person had such an emotional outburst, and that was the violation of boundary, my violation of boundary, right? I'm just getting to know this person, and this person has the audacity to uh, just outburst on me due to the trigger that he has. So basically it shows me that the person is very, very emotionally immature, and so that was my violation of boundary, and I decided not to deal with this person anymore. The moment I set any kind of boundary, this person reacted by giving me a silent treatment, which was a blessing in disguise for me, because few weeks later I got to know, oh my god, I was actually dealing with so-called narcissist or a psychopath. So it is very important for people to know what abuse is, such as mental abuse, like gaslighting, or emotional abuse, such as belittling, or obviously. And then we obviously have physical abuse, which comes much later, but people usually are not aware of the subtle abuse which takes place long before physical abuse. And most of the people who do not trust themselves, or do not trust their intuition, or people who have this need to be needed, are people who attract these kind of people, such as narcissists or psychopaths. So usually these people are codependents. So it is very important for people to have self-trust, and because all this kind of relationship which occurs is not really a relationship based on love. It is basically more of a psychological dynamic which goes between two people. And a person who loves himself or herself never choose to be in that kind of relationship for a very long time. And so it is important for people to know what their boundaries are, because your boundaries is always going to save you from this kind of destructive relationships that we have, and these kind of people that we have in this world. It is real that we have people like psychopaths and narcissists, and it can be really, really destructive. um, Mentally, emotionally, psychologically, even spiritually, it could be really, really destructive. So it is important. That is why I say that it's very important for people to know themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and even sexually, to before actually getting into any kind of relationships. So this was all. Thank you so much for listening.